already on.
Stop touching things.
So stop touching things and stop touching me, and we're being videotaped.
Yeah, there's evidence here.
Cory's the best, so you can touch me anyways. I'm done. I'm done. Let's
Taylor's
move on here. So what else do we
tell us about row, Taylor?
Okay, I'll talk about row.
Why do we even have it? It's a weird thing. It's not very common.
It's not very common, but that's what makes it special, Cory.
Oh, there we go.
That's what makes it awesome. We have a very unique, awesome program that Reese and I built together over the past few years. It's evolved. Let me just do a throwback. We used to row for 50 minutes straight.
I remember those.
We used to row for 50 minutes straight, and then gradually the classes thinned. The novelty wore off, and nobody wanted to row for 50 minutes, so we changed it up. We had to change, pivot. We did, and then we called it row body. Row body is an on and off row experience where you have some there's 11 tracks in total. You have some tracks on the row, and then some tracks off the row in the space right next to the rower. And then it evolved, and now it's just called row.
Just row.
Back to row. And but we thought that it was important to add HIIT-related exercises to complement the row portion of the. It's like of the class. Let me finish my sentence. I have so much to say. I can't fit it all in one. So here's the experience. Okay, you walk in, you sit down in your rower. The rowers are lit up. The music's going. We've got lights. Mike installed. Mike has a construction background, which has been fantastic.
Hold on. While Taylor's cutting out,
fantastic. Yeah.
Mike, can you lift that up as high as you can? So there's this amazing gentleman across the street in a blue suit. That is the fanciest, most dapper man I've ever seen walking around. He looks
thumbs up to you, sir. Excellent.
You look awesome. That guy is off to a wedding or a celebration.
I think he's just celebrating 17th Ave.
He's celebrating 17th Ave.
Hey, when you're that cool, every day's a celebration. Yeah.
Hey man, that's a good point.
All right, you got your mic thing fixed? You're good?
Well, we're gonna give it a rip here.
All right.
Yeah, just keep going.
So row, we were talking about row and the evolution,
too,
how it went from complete rowing class to on and off the machine exercises. So we're really lucky here because we have a multidiscipline studio. We have the knowledge and expertise of our HIIT team. So they lend their expertise in order to let us design these classes in a safe and effective way.
That's a good point.
So yeah, it's great. Me with no HIIT background am able to very clearly and knowledgeably explain and lead
cue the class. For the
HIIT style off-row exercises. And that's thanks to Cory and his team that allows us to do that.
We meet up with Cory and his team every month from a row perspective to make sure that we nail down the off-row portion of the row class so that we can make sure that we're cueing people. Because when you walk, let's be honest, like these classes go by so fast. You're in and you're out, and then you walk in a certain way, you walk out, and you're like, holy shit, what just happened? Because there's 11 tracks. Each track is different, and it's 50% on the rower.
You said that on a video once, didn't you?
What?
There's 11 tracks. All 11 tracks are different.
This
is our outtake king right here.
Well, yeah, you'd expect him to be different, but shit, I mean, I don't know where you're coming from. Some of us,
it'd be a pretty boring class if they were all the same.
If they're all the same. Well, hey, that's how we started off. Every track seemed like it was the same because we were rowing for 50 minutes straight. Every track seemed like it was the same. Fuck you, okay? Let me finish my explanation of our row discipline, which is awesome. It's okay, so it's kind of like a melting pot for the music because we row to the beat. The stroke is on point. Everybody's rowing together. That's an experience in and of itself. The lights, Mike has a construction background, so he adds to the experience with the overall atmosphere of it. The rowers are lit up, and everybody that does row loves it. Or at least 80% of the people love it, you know.
Well, high percentage.
They love it until they don't book again. But we
don't come back.
We have been pretty blessed, though, especially since we've come back from COVID. And we actually weren't even really sure if we were going to bring row back. It is a difficult thing to have on a business standpoint because the square footage that machine takes up is huge.
Yeah, big
Like
time.
you can fit 3 spin bikes pretty much in the same spot that you can put one of these rowers.
Yeah.
So
So the ROI, we're always thinking about return on investment, right?
yeah.
So what do we use the room for?
And but then
rows like this.
we
It's
decided to
packed.
put row back in, and wow, yeah. It
It's
is packed. It's a couple of weeks wait listed ahead of time in most cases.
Yeah.
So if you want in, you got to be on the ball and make
Cory,
sure
would
that
you-
you're there.
would you
Our
say
most
it's our-
loyal people
Our
have
most loyal
become
people
row
come,
people. Yeah.
come to row.
Or vice versa.
I wanna
Row
ask
people
Cory
have become
something.
our most loyal.
I have a question for row.
Right.
I mean for
About
Cory. What do you think the most popular discipline that we have is in saying all that?
right now?
Yeah.
If you're talking about the percentage of the class that's filled up, it's definitely row.
Nice. You heard it.
Because
from
that
him.
is
we have
full
it on,
all
we
of the
have it on-
time.
We have it.
We can only get 9 people in that room,
Yeah.
but it's full at 100% capacity almost every class.
And you know why he's okay with saying that in contrast to HIIT is because
you're
he's
trying
got
to bring
such a
out my
huge
competitive juices with that
Yeah, I know,
question.
I
I
know.
know you are.
I know. but it's actually true that Cory has had a huge influence on the row program
Oh yeah.
because all the off-row portion is a lot of what Cory does in his HIIT classes.
Now, Cory
Yeah.
takes great pride in the movements and the movement patterns that he does orchestrate, design, and teach to us. He does not go on Instagram or TikTok, flow through and find the most ridiculous workout that you
Now,
can do.
This is a great segue, though.
Yeah.
Back when we first started Row Body, Taylor would send me Instagram influencer exercises all of the time. And he usually had very good taste. Like, I'm not saying nobody's doing like handstand burpees or something like that. But he would send me and be like, hey, this looks kind of cool. I think this would work for class. So then we'd have a small chat about it. And I'd say, 80% of the time, I'm like, yeah, we can make that work. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Nowadays, now that we have such a strong team with so many more, true fitness professionals,
Yeah.
we don't have to look anywhere else for ideas anymore. We can just have some conversations and set each other up for success.
And one thing I'd like to say about the HIIT team that I learned yesterday is they're diligent because they go up to, you guys are going up to Edmonton tomorrow.
Yeah. There's a few
And
of
you're
us going
to
up to
a conference
Edmonton
to
in
update
2
the
Saturdays.
certificates.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. Always looking, not saying that you're already the best, having that mindset, that student mentality of always continuous learning so that you can add value to the clients that do come in to the doors.
Never
Absolutely.
stop learning, do no harm.
Yeah. Never stop learning, do no harm. I like it. So that's, any questions about row?
I don't know if there's questions,
How
but
many tracks?
you people out in
Where do I
TV
sign
land there,
Yeah.
if you know your way around a rowing machine or even a microphone, this guy will train you on how to be
Yes.
a row
Good point.
instructor. We
Good
have a couple
point.
in the wings right now,
Yes.
one of which happens to be a former Gonzaga University rower. So this is going to be an exciting
he was
thing.
the guy that
Go Dogs.
that stood up. Go Dogs! That stood up on the boat and yelled at everyone. And so I have the opportunity to train him, and he could potentially be part of the team soon.
Is that what he's doing on the road? Does he have 1 foot on the seat and then one on one on the wake? And
He's not being the coxswain
No?
in class.
Oh, okay.
He was doing that when he was in university.
Yeah.
But this guy is an absolute powerhouse too. Like technique right down to the T. It's going to be something really fun to watch.
But he's not part of the team yet because he's in training, so we can't talk about him too much. He is excited.
just tease you.
We'll get him
tease
there.
you.
We'll get him there. We'll get him there. But yeah, good point, because it is one of our fastest growing programs. HIIT's already there. I think HIIT is well established.
Here's a friend of the show. This is John. Hi, John.
Hey,
How
John.
are ya? Good.
Spin is well established. Row is more in an area where it's like catching fire, because there isn't a lot of studios around town that offer row, and so it's still in that awareness stage. And the more we build awareness, I feel like the more popular it gets. So it's exciting. And so in saying that, we're training more rowers, people that are going to add to the experience, add more flavor to the program, bring their own spice. And we're always growing. Each discipline gets better and better and better, and we're just excited about it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think that's it. Peace, good people.